Hey guys, NinjaGuyVR here, and today we're doing a review of Gear Out on MetaQuest. Now, after catching a small glimpse of the trailer, I showed my interest to the devs, and they were super kind at giving me a key for the game to review, so let's go ahead and check it out together. So Gear Out came out on January 19, 2023. It's available on Quest 2, Pro, and 3 via App Lab, and it's available for 1382 Canadian, and it's been developed by Forward Thinking Interactive. So let's get into it. So the objective of the game is pretty straightforward. What you have to do is basically look around, find gears, and after when you have all the gears, you have to solve the puzzle where you have to put gears in a certain spots to open the door. So, it can sound kind of repetitive, but, the end, putting the gear in is definitely something that you do for every level. But I find that they find a way to keep it interesting for every single level, because it's not just like procedurally generated level where, it's a maze and you have to find the gears in that. No, it's not like that. You have to basically do a lot of cool things. So, they find really fun ways to find the gears and, with obstacles and things like that. So it's very, it keeps you always entertained. And, after receiving the game, I decided to watch the trailer, a little bit more thoroughly. And there were two things that made me worried about the game. The first was that there was a countdown. So I thought that there were going to be some time before you can actually, finish these puzzles. And then the other thing that I was worried about is that it looked like it was a scary game, as you can see in this gameplay. But fortunately, the game does not have a timer. There are specific levels that you kind of have a certain amount of time to finish, but that is tailored to that specific level, and it's not a problem at all. And the part that is scary, for another fortunate thing, is that it's not really a scary game, but it does dive into some phobia, like the fear of drowning and things like that. And there's just this one level right here that does have some jump scares, but it is the only one. And I'm gonna say that it's kind of like a rookie type of jump scares, like I gotta admit, I'm a real wuss when it comes to scary games, and this was kind of like a good way for me to to start learning to control my fear, and I did scream a little bit in this one, even though it wasn't too bad. But after conquering this level, I was really entertained for the rest of the time. See, there's a skeleton that appears there, but yeah, it's not bad at all. So something cool about the game is the seeding. So when I did my first recording, I've actually lost all of the recording, and there's this seed system where you can enter like a random number, and all of the gear puzzle will be randomized again. So, what I did is just randomize the numbers and then started a new game. And, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fresh. I could just do different kind of gear puzzles, and I was able to, keep it fresh, still have some fun doing them, which is something that I really enjoy. So in the game, you play as a lady, and the lady has some very loud high heels for some reason, and it's kind of annoying, but fortunately, you can actually turn down the footstep volume. But the thing is that every time you restart a level, you have to change the volume again. So it's kind of annoying. I hope that they get to save your sound volume, because I always have to change it every single level. And what's nice about this game is that, at first, the game was only had 13 levels, so they were called the stone level, and the game took maybe about an hour and a half to finish. But then they released another 13 extra levels, and they're called the metal level, and they're very different from the first level. So that was kind of cool. I really enjoyed that. One of my least favorite level is the 13th level, which is what you're seeing right now. Is the last level of the stone level. So you get to see like mummies, and they attack you and stuff like that. But as you can see here, I'm just like slapping them and trying to kill them. They lose health. It takes a really, really long time, and then they come back to life, and then you can't kill them anymore. They have like an infinite life. So that's really annoying. And the annoying thing about this level is that they steal some of your gears, and I think this level has like 10 gears. So, it's really annoying going back to these mummies and getting your gears back. And this is like only the only level where I find annoying and really didn't enjoy. I think that what would make this level a little bit better is that if you would kill the mummies, they would not come back to life, and then you wouldn't have as much of a hard time, you know. But like I said, you know, this, as you can see, spiders, they really dig into some of your phobias, and but other than that, the game is like kind of a little bit relaxing still. You know, you don't have a timer. There's not really like a lot of stressful situation, even though it's kind of meant to be a little bit like that. And I like that. You know, like I like my VR experience a little bit relaxing. So this is nice. Okay, so the last level of the metal level was so good. It was such a nice treat. Like the developer did a really good job at the last level. They made it like very long, with a lot of stuff that you have to figure out to get the gears, and it was a nice like ending, you know. Like I do hope that the developer brings more levels, and you know, if the developer is looking into this, if you can comment and tell us if you'll be working on more levels, that would be awesome. I'm looking forward to, you know, I would play some more levels for sure. But yeah, the last metal level was such a nice treat. It was really fun, lots of stuff to do. The game took me, you know, about 4.5 hours to complete. And, you know, it depends on the player. If you're good with gear puzzle, I gotta admit, I'm not good at gear puzzle. And even one of the level took me 55 minutes to figure it out. I just didn't want to, like, do all of this stuff again. It was like a level where you had to do, like, kind of like work in it, and I just didn't want to do the level again. So I was like really stubborn, and I wanted to finish that puzzle, and it took me 55 minutes. So you know, your mileage may vary, but for me it took about 4.5 hours to complete. So yeah, this is the level that took me 55 minutes to complete. As you can see, you have to do labor work, and you know, that's what I didn't want to do again, you know. But still, I really enjoy it. Like I said, there's a lot of variety, a lot of mechanics all the time that keeps you interested in the game throughout. The last thing I want to mention is that there's a lot of like accessibility settings, which is kind of nice, you know. I find that the walking speed was pretty slow, so you could change that, and then you can click your thumbstick to you know, to run. So the speed was good. There is some snap turning versus smooth turning. You can adjust how many degrees you want to do the snap turning and little things like that, you know. So they did a pretty good job for the settings. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. Hopefully this give you a good explanation of what the game is. You know, the aesthetics of the stone level is all, you know, always similar, and then the metal levels, you know, the aesthetics is always similar too. But you got to consider the price of the game. You know, for that amount, you're really getting a really good experience, you know, for 4 hours of fun, you know, and entertainment, if you like gear puzzle and if you like these kind of games. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the content. Hit that like button and comment if this is a game for you, if you have any recommendation for other you know, puzzle adventure game that you enjoy. Thank you very much, guys, and see you on the next video. Bye.